What's up, travellers? It's SJ Aviation HQ here and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing the model review video of the Qantas Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner by NG Models. Before we get started though, if you're new to the channel and watching these sorts of videos, model plane reviews and airport updates and potentially model airport reviews, go ahead and subscribe to the channel below. While you're there, ding that bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. So I purchased this model maybe 2.5 weeks ago via a friend of mine in Canada for just under $100 New Zealand dollars, and it arrived very quickly, maybe the week afterwards. I can't quite remember. Very fast shipping, and the model itself is a brilliant model, which you'll see in a moment. So now I'm going to go ahead and read some information regarding this aircraft and then the Qantas Dreamliner itself. So the MSN number of this aircraft, or the construction number, is 36240. The line number of this aircraft was 774, meaning it was the 774th Dreamliner to be built by Boeing. The aircraft is a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. The first flight of this aircraft was on November the 8th, 2018. The aircraft, as of recording, is 1.6 years old, and the airframe status, meaning the current status of the aircraft, is currently stored. The aircraft was delivered to Qantas on November the 13th, 2018, where it became Qantas's 8th 787-9 Dreamliner. The aircraft ferried between Boeing Painfield and Everett, Washington, to Melbourne International Airport between November the 13th and the 15th of 2018 for delivery. The aircraft is equipped with two GEnx 1 Bravo engines, and the aircraft is next named Jillaroo. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the box. So in the top left corner, we've got the Boeing 787-9 typeface. In the middle we have, cascading over basically the entire of the box, we have the image of the Sydney Opera House, in which Qantas is based in Sydney, which is basically why we have the Sydney Opera House here. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have the registration of the aircraft, which is Victor Hotel Zulu November Golf. That's basically it on this side of the box. On the bottom panel, we've got the warning information and the barcode. Disregard this tag here. On this panel, we've got the Sydney Opera House on the left. In the middle, we've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And then we've got the Sydney CBD. The same image on this side, and the same image on this side. And on this side, we have, again, top left corner, right to the middle of the top, we have the Boeing 787-9 typeface. And again, in the middle, we have the Sydney Opera House. Not much detailing on the box. Reason being is that NG Models don't really have a license by Qantas to make the aircraft, which is basically why there's no image of the aircraft on the box, or there's nothing on the box signifying licenses between Boeing and Qantas, or trademark details, for example. Very little detail, but still. The only way you would know that it's a Qantas aircraft is by googling this registration, and then you'll get the image of a Qantas 787-9. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the model. And here we have the beautiful Qantas 787-9 Dreamliner by NG Models. So now what I'll do is I'll give you a in-depth review of the aircraft from left to right, and then show the underbelly and then show some more details of the aircraft on the other side of the aircraft. So let's go ahead and look at the front of the aircraft. So here at the front of the aircraft we have the radar dome, and underneath there would be the weather radar that would give some information regarding the weather patterns to the pilots, signifying whether they're going to be traveling in potential dangerous weather like thunderstorms, etc. So then they'll be able to know whether to go through the clouds or go around the cell. Above that you can just make out the window wipers, and above that we have the cockpit windows. Here we have the Qantas retro emblem, and below that we have the nickname of the Jillaroo, which is the aircraft's name. Here we have the angle of attack and also the pitot tubes on the side of the aircraft, and below that we've got the gear doors, which have NG, November Golf, which is the last two letters of the registration, and below that of course we have the nose gear itself. One thing I must pick out, which I think is quite cool with this model, is that this model itself was made by NG Models, and the last two letters are in fact NG, which I think is quite a unique thing. It's probably not really important that other people would pick out, but I think it's quite fitting that NG Models makes this aircraft and has NG on the nose gear. Here we have the L1 door, which is one of the boarding doors, and next to that we have the One World logo, which of course is the alliance that Qantas is a member of. And between here and the L2 door, which is here, we've got the 14 doors between the 14 windows that signify that this, which is the easy way to pick out what variant of the Dreamliner this is. If this was a Dash 8, there would be 7 windows, or around about 7 windows, and if it was a Dash 10, there would be roughly 18 to 20 windows in between the L1 and L2 doors. And on top of the fuselage we have the first antenna, and between the antenna and the windows we have the Qantas billboard titles. Next to the L2 door again we have the One World logo, and like I said, the L2 door is one of the boarding doors. Next to going down the aircraft, here we have the landing light, and then the Spirit of Australia typeface. That's the slogan of Qantas. Here we have the number 1 engine. This is this size Gen X 1 Bravo engine. I'll show you the fan blades in a moment once I show you the belly of the aircraft. Looking at the wing, the beautiful curved wing of the Dreamliner. Here on the wingtip, this is the raked wingtip of the Dreamliner. Here we have the red navigation light, and next to that, not sure if you can make it out, is the landing light. So looking at the rear of the aircraft, we've got the L3 door just here, and it has the Dreamliner logo on below the cabin windows. Here we have the Australian flag, and next to that we've got the registration, which of course is Victor Hotel Zulu November Golf. On top of the aircraft we have the second antenna, and then next to that we've got another antenna. Just here we have the L4 door, which I believe is one of the catering doors. And next we've got the beautiful tail fin, which has the new stylized Roo logo on the tail fin. Personally, I like this version of the logo for Qantas. Once they changed it, I believe it was a few years ago when they unveiled it on an A330. I think it looks really modern. I like the way that Qantas has it looked. Here we have the horizontal stabilizers. Here's the leading edge, and just here you can probably make out the silver dot just there, and there's another one just there. Those two are landing lights, not landing lights, they're logo lights, and they're also tail lights. So if this aircraft was operating at night and landing in an airport at night, or operating at night really, these two dots would be shining up to the tail fin, showing the logo on the tail, giving an indication that's of what airline it is. And of course, at the end of the aircraft, we've got the APU. On top of the tail fin, we have the last two letters, NG, November Golf. That of course is part of the registration. So zooming out, I'll give you a look of the other side of the aircraft. So really the only real differences on this side of the aircraft is that cargo door just here, there's another cargo door just here. This side is the number 1 engine, I believe, of the Gen X1 Bravo engine. Just here on the end of the winglet, or the right wingtip, we've got a green navigation light, and next to that we've got the landing light, the strobe. Other than that, just here on the front of the aircraft, on top of the cockpit, we have the emergency hatch for the pilots or the cabin crew. I think it's the pilots. And other than that, everything else is just flipped or rotated. That of course, except with the flag being the exception. Let's give you quickly have a look at the bottom of the aircraft. So on the bottom of the aircraft, we've got nice details of the nose wheel. Just here we've got the Qantas logo, or the typeface, with the stand hole just there in the middle, which is where the N is of Qantas. In the middle, or near to the middle of the Q, we've got the anti-collision beacon. We've got the 2 landing gear, which on the side look like that. And then we've got this side's engine, nice detail of the engines on the bottom. And then we've got the underside of the wing, and then we've got this side of the wing with the registration underneath. And then going down the aircraft, we've got the what's it called? We've got the antenna on the bottom, and then we've got the underside of the APU door, which is just there. And just giving you a note that there is no anti-collision beacon on the top of the aircraft, and there also is no Wi-Fi box or SATCOM. Not quite sure if Qantas has the SATCOMs on top of the fuselages of their Dreamliners, but that's just one thing that I would note. I would highly recommend this model. If I were to give it a rating out of 5, like a star rating, I would definitely give it a 4.5, maybe even higher than that. Reason why I'm not giving it a full 5 stars is basically because of like the detail of the SATCOM and also the beacon light. Other than that, I don't really have much of a problem with it. I think it's a very highly detailed model. If you were looking into collecting or starting to collect model aircraft like these, like this one, or you're in Australia and you want to start collecting Qantas models, then I definitely highly recommend this one. The only catch is that they're quite expensive. NG are a great model brand, but the only problem with them is that they're highly expensive and they're pretty popular as well. So once they go on to pre-order, you basically have to act straight away in order to get your hands on one. But of course, look around on places like eBay or the Facebook marketplace. There's various groups on Facebook that are selling models. Just keep your eye out, and you may be able to get your hands on one. So now that we've come to the end of the video, thank you very much for coming along. Again, if you like watching these sorts of videos, and you enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you didn't like the video, feel free to give me a thumbs down. Also go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ding that bell icon so don't miss out on any future videos. That your support would definitely help me out. I'm definitely trying my best to process videos and get them out. Doing the best I can. I do have other models that are arriving relatively soon. I have new models that have arrived, which I do have plans to review them for you. If you're interested in following my social platforms, go ahead and check out my Instagram pages. I've got my airport page and also my livery accounts page. All the links to those accounts will be in the description below. And also, if you're interested in joining a Discord server that is regarding aviation, come check out the Global Aviation Alliance. I'm in there, and some of my other mates are in there too. If you're interested in joining, comment below, and I shall let the 3 admins or the moderators know that you're interested and start your application process. So now, if you're interested in, if you enjoyed this video and you liked it so much, go ahead and check out the last review I did of the Fiji Airways Airbus A350-900 by Gemini Jets. A card should be in the top hand corner right about now, but if you missed the card, there should be a video showing up right about now or in a few seconds on the left hand side. Click that and you'll be able to go to that directly. And also, if you're interested in watching a playlist of all my recent model reviews, that should be on the right hand side, and in the middle should be my my logo. Click that to subscribe. But until then, fly safe, and I shall see you in the next one.